You've sat in the corner of a party before, watching some guy who can't tell the difference between your and your. Yet he's laughing with the girl you've been quietly admiring for months, while you, with your master's degree and ability to debate philosophy, can only watch and wonder, what the hell is happening? The answer lies in a brutal realization that philosopher Michel Foucault exposed decades ago. Power doesn't belong to the smartest person in the room. It belongs to whoever knows how to perform it best. This isn't about fairness. This isn't about justice. This is about understanding the game that's been played around you your entire life. Without your permission, without your knowledge, and definitely without your consent. Here's what breaks your heart about dating. The loudest voice conquers the conversation, not the most insightful one. That guy stumbling over basic grammar? He's executing something Foucault called strategic positioning, without even realizing it. He occupies space like he owns it, speaks like his words matter, touches her arm like permission was already granted. Meanwhile, you're still calculating the perfect sentence, still wondering if your joke will land correctly, still asking yourself if you deserve her attention. You've been trained to ask for permission in a world that rewards those who simply take. This is the first wound, the deepest cut, the realization that your courtesy has become your cage. Foucault wrote about something terrifying: the way modern systems create what he called docile bodies, people who police themselves, who internalize surveillance, who hesitate before they act. You've become a prisoner of your own consciousness, every word measured, every gesture rehearsed, every desire questioned. But that fool across the room? He's never read a self-help book in his life, never attended a therapy session, never wondered if his masculinity is toxic. And that ignorance has become his superpower. He doesn't second-guess his impulses, doesn't filter his thoughts through 20 layers of social acceptability, doesn't pause to consider if his approach is politically correct. He simply approaches. And in that simplicity lies a devastating effectiveness. Women don't fall for stupidity itself. They're drawn to something else entirely. The ease of a man who doesn't question his right to exist. The fluidity of someone unburdened by analysis. The raw immediacy of unfiltered presence. While you're deconstructing social dynamics in your head, he's already making her laugh. While you're wondering about consent and boundaries, he's creating an experience she can feel in her body. Your depth becomes quicksand. His shallowness becomes a dance floor. She can't feel the brilliance trapped inside your skull. She can only experience what you project. And if what you project is hesitation disguised as respect, then hesitation is what she receives. Not respect. Not intelligence. Just uncertainty. And uncertainty is the opposite of attractive. Foucault revolutionized how we think about power. He didn't see it as something you have, but something you do. Something you circulate through every interaction, every gesture, every moment of contact. The stupid man doesn't possess more power than you. He just broadcasts it differently. He walks into a room like the world should rearrange itself around him. Not because he's earned that right, but because he's never questioned whether he has it. You enter the same room apologetically, already defeated by your own humility, already shrinking before the first word leaves your mouth. This is what Foucault meant when he said power produces reality. The stupid man creates a reality where he belongs. You create a reality where you don't. And then you wonder why she responds to his reality instead of yours. Here's where Foucault gets dark. Society has taught you to judge yourself constantly, to monitor your every impulse, to second-guess your desires. You've internalized a system designed to make you compliant, polite, controllable. But attraction doesn't reward compliance. It responds to rebellion. The stupid man rebels simply by being unreflective. He doesn't know he should feel guilty for wanting her, so he doesn't. He doesn't apologize for his sexuality, doesn't diminish his presence, doesn't negotiate with himself before he acts. This creates something women rarely experience: a man completely comfortable with his own desire. Not aggressive, not predatory, just unapologetic. And in a world where most men apologize for existing, unapologetic feels revolutionary. Power in relationships isn't philosophical. It's kinetic. It moves. It acts. It claims space without apology. While you're crafting the perfect text message, he's already asked her out. While you're building emotional connection through deep conversation, he's creating physical tension through proximity and touch. You're playing chess. He's playing instinct. And instinct wins every time. Because instinct doesn't hesitate, doesn't calculate, doesn't fear rejection enough to avoid action. You've intellectualized attraction until it became theoretical. He experiences it as pure impulse. And impulse creates experiences. Experiences create memories. Memories create attachment. This is the chain reaction you've been missing. The most dangerous kind of freedom, Foucault argued, belongs to those who don't see their chains. The stupid man is free in a way you'll never be. Free from self-doubt. Free from analysis paralysis. Free from the burden of understanding consequences. This makes him terrifyingly effective. He doesn't hesitate because he doesn't see risks. He doesn't overthink because thinking isn't his default mode. He just is. And in a world drowning in complexity, simple existence feels like magic. To a woman exhausted by men who explain themselves into oblivion, his wordless confidence feels like coming home. You offer her your mind. He offers her his presence. And presence wins. Every single time. You've confused intelligence with power. Knowledge with influence. Understanding with attraction. But here's what Foucault understood. Power doesn't care about your book collection, your philosophical insights, your emotional intelligence. Power cares about results. And results come from action. The stupid man acts while you analyze, moves while you deliberate, claims while you consider. This isn't because action is better than thought. It's because in the realm of attraction, timing matters more than precision. The perfect moment executed imperfectly beats the perfect plan executed never. She won't remember the conversation you were going to have. She'll remember the conversation he actually had. Even if his grammar was terrible. Even if his logic was flawed. Even if his jokes weren't that funny. He was there. You were in your head. She doesn't want to be convinced. She wants to be consumed. Not by arguments. By energy. The stupid man speaks fluent immediacy. His presence is his message. His confidence is his credential. His audacity is his appeal. You speak fluent complexity. But complexity doesn't translate to attraction. It translates to confusion, hesitation, distance. When you explain your feelings, you dilute them. When you analyze your desire, you drain it of power. When you justify your interest, you make it sound like a thesis defense. She doesn't want your dissertation on why she should choose you. She wants to feel chosen by you. The difference is everything. The solution isn't to become stupid. It's to become strategically bold. To stop apologizing for taking up space. To quit asking permission for your own desires. To translate your intelligence into action instead of analysis. Foucault showed us that power is everywhere. But only if you know how to access it. Stop being a museum of insights. Start being an engine of experience. She's not waiting for your dissertation. She's waiting for your decision. The choice is yours. Remain the wise observer in the shadows. Or step into the arena and claim what's already yours. The stupid man isn't your enemy. He's your teacher. Learn from his audacity. Then surpass it with your depth. Combine his boldness with your brilliance. His immediacy with your insight. His presence with your substance. That's when you become unstoppable. That's when intelligence becomes attractive. That's when you finally understand what Foucault was really trying to tell us. Power belongs to those who use it, not those who understand it.